Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're exploring a really personal story from our sources. It's titled The Cost of Trust, A Convert's Deception.
Yes, this one is about Deborah. She's a new convert to Islam, and it details what happens when that trust, the very thing she was looking for in her new community, is just shattered.
And our mission here is to unpack how that deep need for belonging, something so human, can actually make someone vulnerable to a really insidious kind of deception.
Well, let's look at Deborah. Our sources paint her as a bit of a seeker, someone who tried on different identities, yoga, activism.
Right, sort of searching for something solid.
Exactly. Faith wasn't something she explored growing up, more just inherited, perhaps. But Islam, it seems, offered the structure, this depth, this community she craved.
And she converted, it says here, late spring, said her shahada, the declaration of faith, with tears, actually, and these two older women, aunties, supporting her.
And the welcome was immediate, wasn't it? That's key.
Oh, absolutely. Samosas, gifts.
WhatsApp groups buzzing, help with prayers, fasting. She felt genuinely safe. Maybe a bit awkward at first, but safe.
That safety is so important for what comes next, because that's when she meets Ghazala Din.
Ah, Ghazala. Described as having this softness, a warm smile, elegant, modest fashion. She made Deborah feel noticed. Special, almost.
Yeah, our source quotes Ghazala saying something quite specific, quite manipulative in hindsight. You remind me of myself when I was new, lost but sincere. That's rare.
Wow. And Deborah apparently clung to her words like oxygen. You can see how that would draw someone in, especially someone new and seeking validation.
And Ghazala builds on this, right? It wasn't instant.
No, it was gradual. Cultivating trust, sending little reminders like uplifting texts, dropping off soup when Deborah was unwell, even offering to teach her tajweed, the proper recitation of the Quran. Very personal touches.
Building that dependency piece by piece.
Precisely. Then comes the pivot. After a study circle, a halakha, Ghazala mentions this sister's investment circle.
Pitched very carefully, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing official, she apparently said. A halal way to help each other grow. Big emphasis on no banks, no riba, no interest.
Playing directly into the Islamic principles Deborah was embracing.
Exactly. Talk of property shares, retail units in Muslim areas, all Sharia compliant. But the key was framing it as, well, almost charity. This is for us, for the ummah.
No one's trying to make millions, just enough to breathe. That line really makes it sound like community support, not business.
It blurred the lines completely, and it worked. Deborah handed over £3,000.
Which was her entire savings for a flat deposit.
Her entire savings. She said it felt surreal. And Ghazala's parting words, a hug and a whisper. May Allah multiply it for you.
Chilling. Wrapping the deception in a prayer.
And then the slow fade. A few updates initially. Things are in motion then. Silence.
Blue ticks on WhatsApp. No replies. The panic must have been setting in.
Definitely. She eventually asked around, quietly at the mosque. And another sister, Sabina, she drops the bombshell. Ghazala Din. She scammed Aisha and Nasim. Oh no. So it was a pattern.
A clear pattern. Sabina explained Ghazala preys on new sisters, mostly. Pitches it ethically, but there are never any returns. No contracts, just trust.
And the impact on Deborah, it must have been devastating. Not just the money.
Far beyond the money. The source says, humiliation isn't always loud. She stopped going to prayers, ignored messages, just felt the world drop out.
That spiritual high she felt when converting, gone.
Replaced by doubt. Doubting her conversion, her judgment, even her worth as a Muslim woman. A dull ache, the source calls it.
In Ghazala.
Moved on. Another city, another mosque, likely another group of vulnerable women. The scam adapts, maybe the name changes, but the method is the same. Exploit trust, exploit faith, get the money.
Deborah never got her £3,000 back.
Never saw it again. But importantly, she did eventually go back to the masjid.
That takes courage.
Immense courage. Quieter, perhaps. Warier, definitely. But still seeking. Still showing up. As the source puts it, survival means showing up anyway. It's a powerful story. It really highlights how a betrayal like this isn't just financial. It cuts right to your sense of self, your faith, your community.
It absolutely does. And what's so striking is how the scam specifically targets that sincerity, that desire for sisterhood. It turns the best impulses, trust, faith, community into vulnerabilities. And it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? How does a community stay welcoming, open-armed, while also protecting its members, especially the newer ones, from predators like Ghazala?
And on a personal level, how do you even begin to heal that wound? How do you learn to trust, again, not just others, but maybe even yourself after something like that?
Deep questions. Definitely something to think about.